Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my dear brothers and sisters. Today, I want to speak directly to those of you who feel something stirring deep inside. A feeling that something powerful is about to happen. A shift that is about to take place in your spirit while others remain asleep in their comfort zones. You didn't stumble upon this video by chance. No, my dear friends. Your presence here is a sign. A signal from the divine that you are on the brink of crossing a sacred line, a boundary where your life will never be the same again. Picture this. The world keeps spinning. People chase after distractions. The noise gets louder. And yet in the stillness, there is a quiet shift happening in the unseen. While others rest in their slumber, you are being awakened. It's as if a spiritual alarm clock has been set just for you. But instead of an annoying buzzing sound, it's a whisper of hope, strength, and transformation. And that whisper is growing louder. I know many of you might feel confused or restless. You might ask yourself, why now? Why me? Why this moment? Believe me, you are not alone. In fact, that very question shows your spirit is alert and ready. Sometimes, we are unaware that we are standing on the edge of a breakthrough, and it is only when we lean into that discomfort that the light breaks through the darkness. Let me tell you something important. This crossing of the spiritual line is no coincidence. It is not a random event or a product of luck. It is a divine appointment, a carefully scheduled moment that only the one who controls time and destiny could orchestrate. Imagine it as a grand master plan unfolding exactly as it should, like a beautifully written play where every scene fits perfectly with the next. Now, I don't want you to imagine this shift as something complicated or distant. It is very real and very close. The moment you feel the stirring inside your heart, the yearning for something deeper, that's your signal. While the majority remain comfortable with the ordinary, you're being invited to step into the extraordinary. And yes, this invitation comes with its challenges, but also with blessings that far outweigh any difficulty. Sometimes, people think spiritual growth means becoming perfect overnight, or that it requires heroic strength. But the truth is, it often starts with small moments. A sincere prayer, a silent tear, a quiet intention. It's the consistent, invisible work in your heart that prepares you to cross this line. Think of it like a seed that has been quietly growing beneath the surface, waiting for the right season to break through the soil and blossom. And here's a little secret. While others are busy scrolling their phones, chasing the next distraction, or simply hitting the snooze button on their spiritual lives, you're already awake. You are among the chosen ones who are about to experience a new level of clarity, purpose, and peace. So don't get discouraged if it feels like the world around you doesn't understand. Remember, greatness is often born in solitude and silence. Before we move on, let me drop a little witty truth bomb. If patience was a Wi-Fi signal, it would be the strongest connection you need to keep through this transition. Because just like any good connection, your spiritual progress requires steady, consistent signals, even when you don't see immediate results. So buckle up your seatbelt. Yes, even if you're watching this sitting down. Because your journey is about to get interesting. I promise you this. By the end of this video, you will feel more prepared to embrace the spiritual shift that's been calling your name. You'll understand why this moment is so critical. And most importantly, you will know how to stay ready while others remain unaware. Keep your heart open and your mind sharp, because what's coming next will touch the deepest parts of your soul. Now that you understand the significance of crossing this spiritual line, let's explore why this moment, right now, is the appointed time for your shift. You might wonder, Why at this exact point in history, in your personal journey, does this awakening occur? What is the divine wisdom behind this timing? Here's the truth. Nothing happens by chance. The Creator, who sees beyond time and space, has scheduled this shift in your life for a purpose far greater than you can yet imagine. It's like the perfect conductor bringing in each instrument at the exact moment to create a beautiful symphony. You, my dear brother or sister, are a vital part of this composition. You may not see it yet, but the challenges, delays, and even the long nights of uncertainty you have endured were all part of your preparation. Think of it this way. A diamond must be subjected to intense pressure before it can shine brilliantly. The same pressure that seemed unbearable was actually molding you, polishing your spirit for this precise shift. Sometimes, when we wait, we feel stuck, as if life is holding us hostage in a never-ending pause. But the reality is, waiting is part of the process. A divine pause that is actually working behind the scenes. You might say, "But I'm tired of waiting. When will my breakthrough come?" I hear you. However, remember this. A farmer doesn't rush the harvest. Rushing only spoils the fruit. And let's be honest, sometimes divine timing feels like when your favorite TV show buffers endlessly, but you still don't change the channel because you know the best scenes are coming. So hold on. Your best scene is about to start. The world around you may seem chaotic, with uncertainty at every corner. Yet, this is exactly why your spiritual shift must happen now. The darkness you see is like the night before dawn, deep, unsettling, but necessary. It's in this night that your faith grows roots deep enough to hold firm when the light finally breaks through. The shift you're about to experience is not just for your own benefit. It's also part of a larger plan to awaken those around you. When you cross this line, you become a beacon, a source of light and hope for others still wandering in darkness. This role may feel heavy, but it's also the highest honor and responsibility. Let me give you a relatable analogy. Imagine you're part of a relay race. The baton isn't just yours to hold, but to pass on at the perfect moment. If you try to run the entire race alone, you'll tire quickly. But when the handoff happens smoothly, the team moves forward. Your shift is like receiving that baton, ready to run your leg with strength and purpose. Remember, divine timing is not slow, it is perfect. It may not align with your impatience or your schedule, but it's always right on time. So if you ever feel like you are running behind or missing out, pause and ask yourself, am I ready for the blessing? Or do I need this time to prepare more deeply? Some of the greatest spiritual leaders and prophets waited years in silence, in solitude, or in trials before their moment of breakthrough. Theirs wasn't an easy path, but it was the path chosen by the Most High to prepare them fully. Your journey is no different. The fact that you are still standing, still seeking, still hungry is proof that this shift is drawing near. And here's a little wisdom to brighten your day. Sometimes, when the universe hits the snooze button on your dreams, it's actually giving you extra moments to pray, reflect, and strengthen your connection with the divine. So rather than complain about the wait, use it wisely. In conclusion, my dear brothers and sisters, this shift is scheduled now because the world needs your light, your voice, your unique presence more than ever. The timing is perfect because your spirit is ready to embrace it, even if your mind doubts it. So, get ready to cross that line with confidence and faith. Stay tuned, because in the next step, I will help you recognize the unmistakable signs that show you are truly one of the chosen ones prepared for this divine transformation. And trust me, once you see these signs, your heart will ignite with renewed hope and certainty. One of the first signs is a growing restlessness in your soul. You may find yourself increasingly dissatisfied with the ordinary, yearning for something deeper, something authentic. It's like being a bird in a cage that senses the open sky just beyond. While others may settle for comfort, you feel an inner pull toward growth, transformation, and spiritual awakening. As this restlessness is not a curse, it's a gift, an invitation to step into your destiny. Have you noticed that you are more sensitive to the struggles of others? Perhaps your heart aches for the pain around you, yet you also feel a strong desire to offer comfort and guidance. This empathy is a powerful sign that your spirit is aligned with mercy and compassion, qualities essential for those chosen to lead by example and light. Another sign is a heightened awareness of truth. You no longer accept things at face value or follow popular opinion blindly. Instead, you seek knowledge, wisdom, and understanding with an open heart and a discerning mind. You may find yourself questioning old beliefs and shedding what no longer serves your spiritual growth. This is not rebellion, it is growth. You are preparing to step into a new level of insight and clarity.
You might also find that prayer and reflection have become more meaningful to you. The rituals are no longer just routine. They are moments of profound connection where you feel closer to the divine than ever before. Your prayers might be filled with earnest requests for guidance, strength, and clarity. This deepening relationship is a sign that you are being prepared to carry the responsibilities that come with crossing the spiritual line. Sometimes, you might experience moments of peace amidst chaos, calmness that others around you cannot explain. This inner peace is a sign that the divine presence is already working within you, steadying your heart for what's ahead. It's a seed of serenity that will grow into unshakable faith. Let me ask you this. Have you ever experienced sudden clarity or insight that seemed to come out of nowhere? These moments are not accidents. They are sparks of divine inspiration lighting the path forward. Pay attention to them, because they are signs guiding you toward your spiritual breakthrough. You may also feel a subtle but growing separation from those who do not share your vision or values. This distancing isn't about pride or arrogance. It's about protecting your energy and preparing to move into a new phase of life where your circle will be filled with those who uplift and support you. And here's a little witty truth. If you find yourself suddenly avoiding toxic conversations or gossip, congratulations. You're evolving faster than your social calendar can keep up. That's a good thing. Protecting your spirit is essential as you get ready to cross the line. In summary, the signs you are one of the chosen ones include restlessness for growth, deepening empathy, hunger for truth, meaningful prayer, moments of peace, flashes of divine insight, and a natural gravitation toward healthier, more supportive relationships. These signs are your spiritual GPS, helping you navigate toward the sacred shift ahead. Recognizing these signs is empowering because it removes doubt and builds confidence. You are not lost or alone. You are on a divine path designed specifically for you. The more you pay attention and embrace these signals, the more prepared you will be when the moment of crossing arrives. In the next step, we will explore what happens once you cross this spiritual line, the transformation that will impact your entire being and the life you lead. This is the moment when your faith moves from theory to reality, when your spirit shines like never before. Stay with me because what comes next will inspire your heart and ignite your courage to step fully into the new chapter Allah has prepared for you. Now that you recognize the signs pointing to your readiness, it's time to understand what truly happens when you cross this spiritual line, that sacred boundary that marks your transformation into a new level of faith and purpose. Crossing this line is not merely a symbolic gesture. It is a profound change that touches every part of your being, your heart, mind,
soul, and actions. Imagine for a moment stepping out of a dimly lit room into the brilliance of daylight. The shadows that once clouded your vision disappear, and everything you see becomes clear and vibrant. That is what crossing this spiritual line feels like. Suddenly, the doubts that weighed heavy on your heart lose their grip. The confusion and fear that once paralyzed your steps dissolve in the warmth of divine light. This transformation brings a deep sense of clarity, not the shallow kind that disappears with a breeze, but a steady, unshakable knowing that anchors you through life's storms. You begin to understand your purpose with greater certainty. You see your role in the grand design with new eyes, and your faith becomes a living force, guiding every decision, every interaction, every breath. But it's not only about clarity. Crossing this line empowers you. You tap into strength you didn't realize you had, a resilience forged in trials and refined by patience. This strength is not the boastful kind that seeks to overpower others, but a humble power rooted in trust and surrender to the divine will. It's the power that allows you to stand firm when the world shakes around you. You will also notice a shift in your relationships. The people who truly belong in your journey will gravitate toward you, while those who no longer align with your path will naturally fall away. This is not rejection, it's divine pruning, making space for growth and blessing. Your circle becomes a source of encouragement and shared purpose, fueling your spiritual ascent. Let's be honest, crossing this line may also come with new responsibilities. You may be called to be a source of light and guidance for others, to be a living example of faith in action. This role might feel daunting at times, but remember, you won't walk this path alone. The divine promises support and strength beyond human understanding. Challenges may arise, yes, but these are not signs of failure or punishment. Rather, they are tests, opportunities to deepen your trust and demonstrate your commitment. Like a blacksmith tempers steel with fire, these moments prepare you to carry the weight of your calling with grace. Here's a metaphor to hold on to. Crossing this spiritual line is like being upgraded from a passenger on a ship to the captain steering the course. You gain control over your direction, empowered to navigate the waters of life with wisdom and courage. It's a transition from passivity to purposeful action. As you cross this line, you will begin to notice blessings multiplying in your life. Doors that were once closed will open. Answers to prayers that felt distant will arrive unexpectedly. These blessings are signs of divine favor, encouragements that you are on the right path. Yet, the greatest blessing of all is the deepening intimacy with the divine. Your relationship grows beyond rituals and routines into a vibrant personal connection filled with love, trust, and guidance. You find yourself not only talking to God, but truly listening, hearing whispers of wisdom in quiet moments. And a little truth bomb for you. When you start living in this new spiritual reality, you may occasionally feel like a stranger in your own world. That's because your spirit has outgrown the old environment. Embrace this feeling. It's a sign you are evolving. Remember, the caterpillar feels strange before it becomes a butterfly, so crossing this spiritual line is a powerful transformation. Clear vision, renewed strength, new responsibilities, multiplied blessings, and a deep, personal connection with the divine. It is the beginning of a new chapter where you no longer live by old limitations but by a higher calling. In the next step, we'll talk about the importance of patience and trust during this transition. Because even after crossing the line, your journey continues. You must stay grounded and connected to sustain the momentum of this sacred shift. Stay close, for the path ahead requires steady hearts and unwavering faith. My dear brothers and sisters, as you patiently trust this process and embrace the spiritual shift, it's vital to actively prepare yourself and remain ready. Spiritual awakening is not a passive event. It requires intentional effort, focus, and dedication. First, strengthen your connection with the divine through sincere prayer and reflection. Prayer is more than words. It is a conversation that opens your heart and aligns your will with God's purpose. Take moments daily to seek guidance, ask for clarity, and express your deepest hopes. Remember, consistency in prayer creates a strong foundation that anchors your spirit amid change. Next, guard your heart and mind from distractions that drain your energy or cloud your focus. In today's world, it's easy to get lost in endless noise, social media, negativity, or unnecessary conflicts. Learn to say no to what pulls you away from your purpose. Surround yourself with positive influences who uplift your faith and encourage your growth. Reflection is another powerful tool. Spend time in quiet meditation, pondering your journey and the lessons learned. This practice helps you recognize progress and reveals areas needing attention. Self-awareness deepens your readiness for what's ahead. My dear brothers and sisters, as we come to the close of this message, remember that crossing the spiritual line is a sacred journey, a path paved with faith, patience, trust, and preparation. You are chosen for a reason, called to a higher purpose that will transform your life and impact those around you. And no matter where you are in this journey, know that the divine is with you every step of the way, guiding, strengthening, and blessing you beyond measure. Your heart's longing, your struggles, and your hopes are all seen and honored. Now, let us pray together. O Allah, the most merciful, the all-knowing, we ask you to strengthen the hearts of your chosen servants. Grant them patience in their trials, clarity in their vision, and courage to cross the spiritual line you have prepared for them. Open the doors of mercy and blessings upon their lives. Illuminate their paths with your divine light and protect them from doubts and distractions. Help them remain steadfast, trusting in your perfect timing and wisdom. Bless their intentions, multiply their good deeds, and gather them among the righteous in this life and the hereafter. Amen. Remember, this is only the beginning of a beautiful transformation. Keep your heart open, your faith strong, and your spirit ready for the incredible journey ahead. Thank you for listening, and may peace and blessings be upon you always.